I'll be the first to tell you that the departure of Anthony Davis was ugly, but at the same time, I don't think that you should let that ugly departure shape how you view New Orleans basketball. I guess you could say that the process with AD ultimately never resulted in a championship, but hey, at least we had some fun times along the way. I'll never forget Boogie and AD at Mardi Gras, or us sweeping the Portland Trailblazers. With basketball in New Orleans, there's been this terrible assumption that the Pelicans are a horrible organization with no future. And I'm here to tell you guys that that really couldn't be further from the truth. Now, of course, over the years, the Pelicans have made more than their fair share of questionable decisions, but I mean, what organization hasn't? At the end of the day, no organization is perfect, no matter how much some fans might think that they are. As a matter of fact, in the comments, let me know how imperfect your favorite organization has been. What was their worst move over this past decade? For me, that's actually a pretty tough question. I'll take signing Kendrick Perkins for $500. I'm actually joking, but it's pretty crazy to me that signing Kendrick Perkins was one of the biggest cogs in getting Anthony Davis to Los Angeles. This video, we're not actually here to focus on Anthony Davis. We're here to focus on another star who, like Anthony Davis, started their NBA career in New Orleans. And just like Anthony Davis, people want him gone. This video, we have a ton to cover, but before we go any further, let's get a word from our sponsor. A lot of you guys might not know this about me, but I am the biggest live music fan on this planet. Now, that's probably an overstatement, but just hear me out. I love live music. I love the vibes. I love the positivity. I love all of that stuff. With that being said, there's this concert coming up, J Balvin. I love J Balvin. This guy makes amazing music. With this J Balvin concert coming up, I needed to find the best way to get a fairly priced ticket. That's where SeatGeek comes in. SeatGeek is the sponsor of today's video, and they're also an amazing ticketing app. Whether it's concerts, baseball, basketball, football festivals, or more, SeatGeek puts tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying super simple. I've got the app on my phone, and they're by far the easiest way to buy tickets. SeatGeek is so clutch, they even let you know what type of deal you're getting when you get it. Now, the best part is, if you guys want to come see J Balvin with me, which would be incredibly gas, SeatGeek has you covered. Just use code DCOOP for $20 off tickets with SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase when you use code DCOOP. For everybody interested, make sure you click the link in the description to download the app today. When the Pelicans drafted Zion Williamson, you really couldn't tell me anything. I thought everything was going to be all good. You know, you got one of the most polarizing prospects to touch a basketball in the last 20 or so years coming to the city. Not only would Zion be coming to the city, but so would his massive fan base and his massive spotlight. Sometimes I feel like the way that spotlights work are weird, because while there's this massive spotlight on Zion Williamson, it's felt like that spotlight has only been on Zion Williamson. This isn't my way of saying that the Pelicans haven't faced immense media scrutiny, because they unfortunately have. This is my way of saying that with Zion Williamson in New Orleans, people have only focused on the ways that the Pelicans have not accommodated Zion Williamson. And while I'm not going to sit here and play the blame game, I think that's kind of ridiculous. As a person, I really don't like to talk about things that I don't have a lot of knowledge on. Better yet, I don't like to speak negatively about things that I don't have a lot of knowledge on. Despite people not having adequate knowledge of the Zion Williamson situation, that hasn't stopped them from speaking negatively about the New Orleans Pelicans. At the end of the day, whether Zion stays or goes, it is what it is. It's nothing that you can necessarily control. You can want Zion to leave and not speak negatively about what the New Orleans Pelicans have put in place for Zion Williamson. Now, I'm not saying you can't be critical of the New Orleans Pelicans, because we know I've never let this team off easy by any means, but I think there's a big difference in being critical and being blatantly negative to a franchise for no reason other than wanting a player to leave. I feel like if I was able to remove my Pelicans bias from this situation, that I would still be rooting for Zion Williamson to succeed in New Orleans. From strictly a basketball standpoint, I feel like the Pelicans have gave Zion Williamson a great reason to want to stay in New Orleans. The Pelicans' current starting five is big, it's versatile, and it has multiple guys on it who are able to create their own shot. Do you guys know how many players in this league would kill to play with a guy like Herb Jones, who's capable of challenging any offensive player on any given night? Herb has the ability to guard 1 through 4, and when he's not guarding 1 through 4, there's a chance he's in your team's passing lanes. Herb's only a rookie, and yet he's already one of the league's best wing defenders. Trey Murphy is a young, ascending sharpshooter that's 6'8 plus with the ability to throw down also. At the 4, Jackson Hayes has been showing a lot of promise. Jose Alvarado has been looking like a gem of an undrafted rookie. And then when it comes to CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram, man, don't even get me started with how good these guys are. These guys are 2 co-stars that I'm sure just about any player would love to play with, including Zion Williamson. A few days ago, Shams reported that Zion Williamson wouldn't be expected to return this season. He said that he's been doing on-court work and some basic stuff, but there's not a lot of time left to complete the ramp-up process. I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't really disappointed by this report, because the reports prior to this report have been very positive, and they show that Zion's trending in the right direction.
It's going to be a really tight window. He's got to get from 1-on-0 work to 5-on-5 scrimmaging. To do that in just a matter of a month, given everything that's happened this year with that injured foot for him, I think is going to be a challenge. That's why it is expected that he will miss the remainder of the season. The hope is he gets healthy in the summer and is ready for next year.
The Pelicans aren't contending this season, and while it would be good to see what Zion Williamson looks like alongside CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram, it's not worth risking him if he's less than 150% healthy. Yes, I said 150%. Now here's the problem. Regardless of what I want and regardless of what the Pelicans want, Zion Williamson and his camp are going to want what Zion Williamson and his camp want, and I can't necessarily blame them. This past year, Zion has faced a ton of scrutiny. It's like everybody forgot how good and dynamic Zion Williamson really was. From the media making weight jokes to people photoshopping pictures, it's like their slander for Zion really had no limit. In the past, the Pelicans have tried to proceed with caution when it comes to Zion Williamson, and it seems like they're trying to do that exact same thing. Tuesday, Zion posted this video to his IG. I thought Zion looked good in this video. This video makes those Bill Simmons reports of Zion losing 24 pounds look more believable than they already were. But enough about reports, we have to ask ourselves, why did Zion post this video? Zion could have posted this video for many different reasons. Zion could have posted this video for himself, or it could be as simple as just shutting the haters up. According to the Jordy Culotta show, the show that called this video being posted, Zion posted this to show that he'd be ready to play soon. According to Christian Clark, he's told people around him that his surgically repaired right foot feels good and that he wants to play. But just like Shams said, with only 10 regular season games remaining, a return would unfortunately be unlikely. I know that this is kind of currently flying under the radar, but this offseason, there's a good chance that the New Orleans Pelicans will have to negotiate new terms for Zion Williamson's next contract. Unless Zion Williamson is bold enough to take that qualifying offer, he's going to be a restricted free agent. When Zion's healthy, you know exactly what you're getting. But will he be healthy? The New Orleans Pelicans could offer Zion a contract like the Sixers offered Embiid years ago. While the contract had some risk, it was still relatively safe for the 76ers. And I mean, I say that considering the talent at stake, not necessarily considering that Joel Embiid only played 31 games after missing 2 straight seasons. Even though the situations are inherently different, just like with Zion Williamson, when Embiid was healthy, you saw everything that you needed to see. With the rumored friction between Zion Williamson and the Pelicans front office, I unfortunately believe that if the Pelicans offered Zion Williamson anything less than a fully guaranteed max, he'd get pretty upset. If you were the Pelicans, what would you do in this situation? Do you just flat out fully max Zion Williamson? I mean, it's kind of something that you have to do, right? This is one of those situations where I'm almost certain that if you don't, somebody else will. You don't want Zion Williamson feeling some type of way because you had to match an offer sheet. Though the Sixers had some clauses in their contract, they ended up paying Embiid a lot of money. His contract was actually pretty controversial at the time that he signed it. Now, of course, it's apples to oranges, but Zion Williamson has played 3 times as many games as Embiid did in his first 3 years. Does that mean that Zion Williamson and Embiid are going to have similar careers and similar injuries? No. It's safe to say that that contract did work out for the 76ers. The Pelicans are a good team now and they've shown flashes of greatness. I really do believe that you could say that this is a team that's a Zion Williamson away. Zion is somebody that has the talent to make the Pelicans perennial contenders if he were able to stay healthy. Call me crazy, but I think Zion wanting to play is a step in the right direction. And this isn't my way of saying that he should play. This is my way of saying that I like the hunger that he's showing. Now don't let Zion fool you guys. Just because you see clips of him dunking, that doesn't mean that he's necessarily ready to play. Today, Willie Green announced that Zion was cleared to do one-on-one work. Does this one-on-one work mean that Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans are planning a ramp-up process? Willie Green said that though Zion Williamson was able to get in one-on-one work, we still have to be careful with how much he does, just because he's still going through the healing process, but we're happy that he's getting better. We're still working towards being fully healthy, which he's not, but he's getting there. We'll update you guys at that point if we get to that point. If Zion trains the right way and goes into this offseason with an edge to prove everybody wrong, then the league might really be in trouble. I've seen Zion body DPOYs. I've seen him move legit 7-footers. Let me know what you guys think of everything down in the comments below. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Getlikecoop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.